Welcome to All About Energy, a place where we discuss love, light, and everything in between. Today, we are joined with a wonderful guest, Miss Kimla Lowe. I am so excited to discuss what's coming up astrologically and to discuss a little feng shui. Welcome, Kimla.
Hey, Sabah, sweet Sabah, how are you, dear? Thank
I'm
you so
fine.
much for inviting me on your show. What a treat. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you so much. So, for those of you who are meeting Kimla for the very first time, she is a certified astrologer who specializes in Western and Chinese, and also a certified feng shui expert. So, welcome so much. And I hear that you're very busy because things are changing here soon, huh?
Oh, I'm always busy, but there is a significant change coming up in a huge cycle for feng shui. We have been in period eight. Period eight was ruled by the element of earth. And you can see that with all of the construction, the building, um, you know, uh, the do-it-yourself TV shows, and a lot of earth means construction. It means building. It means the acquisition of more earth. It is the condition of the earth. So we've been all really concentrating on the planet, cleaning it up, sending it energy, wondering, what the frequency changes that are hitting planet Earth and how is that going to affect our electromagnetic fields? How is it going to affect Earth's electromagnetic fields? These different frequencies have been changing. They've been revving up. Time is accelerating. And I always say to people, when you look back to your heritage, you look back to your grandparents and their parents, everything moved so slowly. They worked the same position, the same job all their life. And a lot of times that was handed down
Mhm.
to the people in the family for their support system, and their family was known for their work. They were known in the village that they were the carpenters, or they were the ones who knew how to build, or they were the ones who did the banking, or whatever that was, as far as the village goes. And that goes for healers as well. Their practice was handed down through their families. And not just that, but the value and the exchange has really changed. When you went to work, let's just say your grandparents went to work, they were paid every month. So when you went to get groceries, you had a tab, and every month you settled up, and that's just how it was. And so, you had the same house all your life. You have the same furniture that was passed on down to you, and you had the same land. And now, what's happened is time has speeded up so much. We've gone from getting paid monthly to getting paid bi-weekly to getting paid in advance, signing bonuses. You don't stay in the same house all your life. Furniture changes with whatever structure you have. And your position, the loyalty in position has changed as well. People are now working from home, or they're working for themselves, and the big corporations are finding it very hard to hang on to help. So a lot of times now we're being paid before we even do our services. So, time has changed. It's condensed. We used to wear wool. We used to have very, very heavy cold seasons. Now everything has gotten lighter, brighter. You can't really eat 3 heavy meals a day. It just will weigh you down, and it will start to make you lethargic, and your particular circulation will not run properly. So what we're doing is we're getting used to all of this frequency change. And with this frequency change comes something that can be tracked, something that you can actually see. You have different cycles. And that's why, being an astrologer, we always look into the sky. What's going on in the cosmos? When's the last time this particular lineup happened? And is it going to be the same? What is going to be a little bit different? And as our lineup goes right now in Western astrology, sorry, I've got some
That's okay. I can barely
landscaping
hear it.
going on here. But anyway, yeah, that's my soundtrack. But anyway, so what's happening is that we've got a lot of these particular frequencies coming in. We've got different planetary movements that are in alignment, and we can go back and we can say, okay, the last time this happened, this took place or that took place.
Mhm.
There's a lot of consecutive cycles that are lining up for 2024. When this happens I want to say, in the galactic world, it's
Right.
almost like you have a little lock, a little combination lock. And so when you've got one cycle, click, you've got another cycle, click, you've got this other cycle, click. When they all line up, and
Mhm.
we're talking 25,000 years cycles,
Wow.
down to 20-year cycles, down to 12-month cycles, you get it all clicking at the same time. This opens up a grand portal that we will be able to up level. We will be able to participate more in a galactic fashion. Does that make sense?
Yes. Mhm.
Okay. So that's what, when you're on planet Earth right now and you think to yourself, I don't have a purpose. What am I doing? I'm getting bogged down. I'm getting depressed. Am I really, I don't feel like I'm really on task, like I'm really making a difference. Trust me when I tell you, you are making a difference.
Mhm.
Because a lot of times when we are contracted to come to planet Earth, we have different types of timing within us. Have
Mhm.
you ever seen someone who is what we call early bloomers or late bloomers,
Mhm.
right? I mean, they become very popular, let's say in high school,
Mhm.
and that it's like, wow, they're the most popular things going, and then their energy seems to fade as they get older. And some other people, you never even noticed them, maybe in high school. You didn't know, you didn't keep track of them in college or what they did, and
Mhm.
then all of a sudden they exploded in the world scene. And they're one of the most successful people from your class. And
Mhm.
it's like, wow, the timing. So getting back to your personal timing and the different types of I want to say, um, patterns or combinations of energies. When we hit a certain frequency, it unlocks that inside of you. You may feel like, oh, I'm not doing anything right now. You may just be waiting for that wonderful, the floodgates are opening. And this could be be triggered or have a catalyst by somewhere you visit. Sabai, you went and you had these wonderful travels that you still say, it's just still sinking into me. It's still unlocking my codes from a long time ago, but yet perhaps they haven't been activated just yet. You could meet someone. You could have a meditation where you unlock all of your chakras at the same time, where you connect to the cosmos and you are just channeling in new information, new things like inventions, or perhaps new combinations of how things go together. This is what we're living for at this particular time. And it's exciting. I think it's something to be optimistic about. I know there's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of things um, we need to kind of put by the wayside as far as belief systems get to the truth. And we are going to kind of come out of a cycle of what's happened with power, manipulation, enslavement, the reduction of information to people. And this has been going on for, hundreds and thousands of years. Now it's going to be changing. This is going to change something, and I want to talk about this. The eyes are the windows to the soul. And have you ever looked in someone's eyes? And I know everybody looks at Sabah and says, oh, she's got these magnificent eyes.
Thank you.
I know you've heard that.
Thank you.
And it really does. It's the connection to the DNA. It's connection to your soul. Whenever you meet somebody, it's almost like you look in their eyes and you're like, oh, I've known you before. Or you get that red flag warning, like, uh-oh, I don't feel good about this. I don't feel good about this meeting. I don't feel good about something's triggered way, way deep inside. And with the work that you do, Sabat, when you put someone under hypnosis, all of this comes out. And I know, because I am one of the lucky ones that have worked with her, and she is fabulous at what she does. I highly recommend her services to anyone out there that will listen.
Thank you. It was
She,
really fun. It was a very exciting session.
yeah, it was fun. There were some boring lives in there that I was like, oh,
I
I guess,
remember
I
you
guess,
saying that too.
I guess you can't, you can't be a big star all your life, but the
All
funny
your lives.
yeah. The funny part about that is the more that you lend yourself to exploring the inside of you through meditation or hypnosis, or I got something there, or, just the wonderful map and your soul imprint, which is your astrology chart, that can be interpreted in a lot of different schools of astrology, or study of your soul imprint. And I would love to do that if you have not had a invitation to look into your soul imprint. It's miraculous. And just the chart itself is a mandala. And you have your own mandala. And that particular mandala lights up like a kaleidoscope when you go through life. And it's my interpretation to show you what's lighting up for you at this particular time, and where to put your energy for the best results, and timelines, and wonderful connections, and wonderful generational ties that can be strengthened, absolved, dissolved, turned around. These are kinds of things that, that happen naturally, but can be accelerated when you know how to apply the direction of energy. Now, the eyes, we are going into a period called the period 9 in Flying Star Feng Shui. And intuition, I feel, is though a lot of people who are using their psychic ability and intuition. It's a grand field. I was lucky enough to study with Chinese masters that taught me. And since I was a child, I was overwhelmed by this and didn't know how to direct my energy, didn't know where this was coming from. Learning how to control it, learning how to improve it, and how to steer the helm of my own ship, so to speak. I've learned to use these different formulas. Not only do they validate what you're feeling and what's coming in, as far as frequency, volume, and as far as new patterns, new cycles, and also to get the best results of really your intention and your soul journey. What I found is that these particular formulas, whether it is feng shui, flying star, qua, if you're going into your Bazi chart, if you're going into astrology, if you are going into a specifically honed formula like QHHT, hypnosis versus another type of hypnosis, there is a specific step-by-step formulas that you use. And these particular formulas have ancient roots. I mean, these are, thousands and thousands and thousands of years have they been honed. And learning these particular formulas, you get to see what's coming up next. And this is period 9. We have been in period 8 for the last 20 years. We are shifting into period 9, February 4th, 2024, along with a lot of other cycles that are going to be coming to fruition and beginning in 2024. This is going to last until 2044. This is going to bring about the element of fire. Element of fire has not been highlighted since around the 1800s, 1844, around there. So, and that brought about a lot of weaponry, a lot of war, a lot of aggression. Fire brings out a lot of action. So, with this fire energy, we are going to be noticing the highest frequency of how the warm up of the planet, how are we going to assimilate? The higher you go in the frequency, the warmer you get as far as temperature goes. Now, this period 9 is ruled by the element of fire. This also rules a specific direction, and it's the south. It's one of the luckiest directions in Chinese astrology and in Feng Shui. The south, whether you're in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, is going to be what I say is going to be awakened, and it's going to be brought up. You know how sometimes different cities in your lifetimes have been very, very popular, and then kind of quiet down, right? It's like the action bubbles up inside of them. I mean, I remember, in the 50s to the 70s, Miami was hot, hot, hot. And then it kind of cooled down, right? So now it's kind of like, not as hot as it used to be. The same thing within the 60s. In the 60s, San Francisco was the place to go, right? Everybody wanted to be, peace and love and go to San Francisco. A lot of this is the same thing. So the south direction is going to be very, very lucky. It's going to hold a lot of very high frequency, very creative frequency there. It also rules the eyes. So when I start talking about the organs of your eyes, you are going to be going through things that you are going to be able to be gifted with seeing unseen energy.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Now, what
Fascinating.
also is something is that if you've ever seen a drawing, or if you've ever seen a galactic being, have you ever noticed their eyes are protected?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Their eyes are big, they're protected. They've got many different lenses in front of them. We are going to start to develop some research and some exploratory inventions about your eyes, and 20 years from now you are going to have so much more knowledge about how the eyes are connected, how to protect them, how to see through certain things, how to project the visions that you want to see, what you want to create. These are things that are coming at us in the future. So I know I've been going on and on, so I'm
No,
going to.
that's amazing, Kimla. I'm so excited to hear all this information, and wow, guys, I highly recommend you booking a session with Kimla with the Feng Shui and the astrology. I mean, your work is so beautiful, so profound. You rarely find someone that has all of the different how do I word this? The different types of astrology and different types of a feng shui, and that comes with all of your studies and your wonderful wisdom with such amazing masters that you learn from. And that is unmatched, as you can see and hear what we've got coming up here with number 9. And that begins February
4th,
4th.
2024.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It's actually easing into it, and it's starting now. So I actually am putting out a Zoom online seminar for
Okay.
anyone who would like or who is interested in learning more about the next 20 years and how you can direct your energy, how you can enhance your energy within your sacred space, your home, your work. This is for anyone who's alive on the planet. But this is for someone like, if you're working in real estate, if you're a healer, if you are a decorator, if you are a student of Feng Shui, if you're a student of astrology, this is something that anybody who's interested in energy, vibration, frequency, just getting better in their life. If you're working on yourself and you want to get on the fast track, you're going to get the cutting edge of what's coming in. And it is going to be on June 19th. It's a Monday. You can go to my website, and that is Kimla, Kimla Lowe, LOWE.com. And you can sign up for that. And if you would like to purchase the recording of that, it's an extra cost. But to show up for this particular seminar and learn all about it, you'll be able to ask questions, and you'll be able to see other people and how they're assimilating the information as well. And that might really prove a catalyst into opening your soul a little bit more, and so that you can start channeling a larger load of energy yourself. And this is going to be something that I can I make it fun, I make it clear, I make it so that wherever you are on your journey of understanding energy, you'll be able to gain something from it. And I will probably do an advanced seminar after that will really take us into the nuts and bolts of everything. But you're really going to get a lot of information about period 9 in Feng Shui.
Beautiful. And also, Kimla, will you have on the link that I'm going to put on the bottom of this video, will people be able to book private sessions with you?
Oh, absolutely. I have half-hour sessions. I have hour sessions. I have Feng Shui sessions as well. I do remote work. I work on your floor plans. I have throughout the years, and I started my work in period 6. So I've gone through these transitions and I've built homes and I know what's going on. So we can transition your homes, through these particular different cycles. But also the sessions, what I think about the sessions and the consultations is that I'm also psychic and I do get messages from your loved ones. I do psychic medium work as well, and my service is on there too. If you are dealing with trauma, loss, anything like that, what I like about my sessions is I bring the Eastern and the Western together in a Tai Chi for you, so you can understand. You can become balanced in your understanding and your learning process, and I really like that. I like the fact that I do reach into the other realms and I do give you messages. It's one of those things that I think that I've had clients for 25 years.
Wow,
And
it's amazing.
that goes for companies, corporations, as well. Yeah. So they always come back, and it's fun to watch their journey unfold like a little flower. So it's always a good thing. So thanks for
Beautiful.
bringing that up. Yeah.
Well, yeah, thank you so much for your time today. I know you're so busy with work and sessions. And again, I hope you'll join us again to talk a little bit more about the fire uh, time frame, or what do we call it? Fire
It's a fire element that is
element.
now going to be highlighted for the next 20 years. In Feng Shui, you deal with elements. So you'll deal with, earth, you'll deal with water, you'll deal with fire, you'll deal with metal, you'll deal with wood.
Right.
And when you take a look around and how you're going to design, you incorporate a little bit of all of the elements to balance out your successful life.
Mhm.
And your particular Bazi chart, which is your Chinese birth chart, tells you exactly the elements that you were born with, what you can use within your home. And then this is cool. You have a timeline, and it varies from person to person. So you could actually begin building a home in a timeline of wood, which means you're going to want wood floors, wood accents the green color. You're going to want to build perhaps, in a wooded area. This is all going to be something you're very comfortable with. But by the time the house gets built, which could last, be 2 years, you might jump into an earth element. Now you don't want those wood floors. You want tile floors. You don't want anything green. You don't want all this moss and all this mold. You want to see the sky. You want so this is why architects call me people who are building their businesses. They want it to last a long time. Where am I on my timeline? What should I use as far as the decoration, as far as construction? Decorating, we can always change. The constructions and the bones of the house, you want to get right the first time. Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, actually, I had a wonderful experience with you on my primary home and a couple other properties. And it was a wonderful experience. So I highly recommend for you to book with Kimla. Kimla, thank you so much for joining today. I really loved our talk. I feel like it's too short. We definitely have to do this again.
We'll do it again. And I also am a better person for your services as well. And when anyone can walk away for having a consultation and they're able to say, I'm a better person for that. I am more aware. I can feel that. I can feel more successful in my next step in life. I think that that is a piece of heaven on earth. So thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Amazing, amazing, Kimla. For those of you that want to book a session with amazing Kimla, her information will be on the bottom. Much love, Kimla. Thank you.
Blessings. Okay, bye.